Time now for high school sports on TCSNSports.com and NFHS. Brought to you by Icon Media, helping you tell your story, grow your reach, amplify your brand. Icon Media has you covered. Sahara Pizza, the hottest place in town, where you'll find gourmet pizzas, delicious pastas, and so much more. Northwest Insurance Solutions, where you can learn about your healthcare choices. Kids and Play Learning Center, for ages 1 month to 13 years old. The law offices of Dale Wagner. Start feeling healthier today at your local Planet Fitness, conveniently located on the Cascade Mall Drive in Burlington. The Country Store brings you the Coach's Corner. You'll find at the Country Store they'll take care of all your farm, pet, and home needs. Now let's go to the game.
And welcome into historic Burlington Edison Gym. It's the King and Queen of the Valley coming up between Mount Vernon and Burlington Edison. Some Wednesday night hoops here on TCSN Sports in a historic rivalry. Not as old as the football rivalry. It's one of the oldest in Washington. Of course, this year Burlington won that one on a last-minute field goal. But all new records, all new sport here for the Battle of the Bridge basketball edition. We're going to step away for our first break, and we'll be back here on TCSN Sports and the NFHS Network after a quick message from our supporters and sponsors.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation.
Sahara Pizza is the hottest place in town for gourmet pizza and pasta. Choose a pizza from one of their traditional favorites like the Ultimate Sahara, Hawaiian Passion, or my favorite, the Lion's Feast. Pick one of their gourmet combinations like the Chicken Bacon Ranch or Pepperoni Popper. You can even build your own pizza. At Sahara Pizza, you'll find a scrumptious selection of pastas, salads, oven-hot grinders, mouth-watering chicken wings. Just give them a call or order online at SaharaPizza.com. Sahara Pizza, gourmet pizza and smiles delivered to you.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Visit your local Planet Fitness on the Cascade Mall Drive in Burlington.
Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local Country Store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local Country Store, where quality, service, and community come together.
Need a boost for your business? Look no further than Icon Media. From top-notch writing services to multimedia content creation, Icon Media is here to make your brand shine. We even produce engaging podcasts that connect you with your audience on a whole new level. Whether you're looking to tell your story, grow your reach, or amplify your brand, Icon Media has you covered. Ready to get started? Email us at icon.productionsmarketing@gmail.com.
Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Skagit Regional Health is here to help with a free Medicare orientation. Learn about Part A and Part B. Discover the differences between Medigap, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plans, and find the right plan for your medications. Don't wait. Get prepared before your benefits begin. Sign up today at MedicareOnDemand.com or SkagitRegionalHealth.com, making Medicare simple.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
And welcome back here inside Burlington Edison. Let's take a look at the matchups tonight. Burlington Edison coming in 4-12 overall, 2-9 in league play for 14th in the Northwest Conference. For Mount Vernon, they're 9-7 with a league record of 6-5. Mount Vernon coming off 3 games recently. They picked up 2 wins against Bellingham and Seaholm. Prior to that, Burlington Edison is coming off 3 straight losses, starting to a loss against Lakewood High in Arlington, 119. That was 81-71. It was a 47-35 loss to Meridian and Ferndale. So Burlington Edison is going to try and stop a bit of a skid themselves. We're going to step away. When we come back, we'll hear from our head coaches on our Skagit Country Store, Coach's Corner.
Time now for the Coach's Corner. We'll get the coaches' thoughts on the team and tonight's game. The Coach's Corner is brought to you by your local country store, where you'll find everything you need for your farm, pet, and home. We'll talk with the coach after this.
Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local country store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local country store, where quality, service, and community come together.
us going into this game?
More on the side of trying to keep my girls calm and not nervous. You can see a little bit of nerves in them, and I need to be the one to lift their confidence and have those nerves go away before tip-off.
What are some things that you like out of your team over the last few games?
I like that we have stretches of good, and it's not all downhill. I just like how they always come to play after getting down by big numbers, and they just continue to fight hard.
We talked to the Mount Vernon bench boss, Levi Stewart. He was very complimentary of you and the way you develop players, but what are some things you like about the Mount Vernon side?
Oh, I love how they can get off the dribble, off the pick and roll, and get downhill. Also, they got a couple good shooters and players on their team, so it's going to be a good matchup.
Great. That was Coach Hernandez ahead on our Battle of the Bridge game here on the Skagit Country Store Coach's Corner. All right, welcome into the Skagit Country Store Coach's Corner. I'm here with Mount Vernon head coach for the girls side, Levi Stewart. Coach, it's the Battle of the Bridge. No matter the records, you can kind of throw those out. But what are your thoughts coming in?
We've been chomping at the bit for this game since last season's Battle of the Bridge ended, and it was a tight game and an electric atmosphere. But yeah, once that horn sounded, girls were already had circled this on the calendar a little bit. Just means a little extra. And yeah, like you said, records out the window tonight. So
you've gone from playing in your house in Mount Vernon now to the north part of the county. But what's a road game kind of bring to this rivalry?
It just is going to present a little bit more intense atmosphere, and luckily we've had a few experiences in some pretty intense settings, and I think it's prepped us, and we've shown that we can play well and play through noise. And but yeah, anytime you go on the road, you've got to be your best and bring your best. And Burlington, I expect nothing less from them tonight. So I just can't wait for tip-off.
What have you liked about your team in the last few games?
Our defensive tenacity has been just insane. We've got a just crazy athletic group, and they're all really great at their role. And then as of late, we've been really sharing the ball. We've set some season highs and assists, so we're sharing the ball really well, moving without the basketball. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that momentum continue tonight and getting settled in. I'm sure there'll be some early game jitters, but hopefully get through those, work through them, and business as usual. So
bit different look with the rivalry, another younger coach in Pay Hernandez, but what do you know about his system and his team? I've
been really impressed with him and the progress that his group has made over the course of the season. They've had some really tough contests, and he's well known around the community and does a great job developing young athletes, and it's evident watching film that they're making steps each and every day. And I'm excited to go toe-to-toe with them. It'll be a blast. So
well, that was the head coach of the Mount Vernon girls team ahead of the Battle of the Bridge that's coming up on TCSNsports.com. And we'd like to thank both coaches for their time on our Skagit Country Store Coach's Corner. And we are underway in a matchup between Mount Vernon and Burlington Edison. Happens once a year, this time at Burlington Edison High in North Skagit County. Mount Vernon's going to win the opening tip. They'll air it off. The follow back is off the mark. Almost turned over, ball still around. Kim Williams jumping to it. And they'll control. Dodu is fouled on the drive. There's the first foul of the game. It's the first team foul for Burlington Edison. Burlington Edison coming into the game 9-7, 6-5 in district. A 7-2 away record. We're scoreless here, but Mount Vernon's been able to muster 815 points. Burlington Edison an impressive 1,500 points. We'll have to see how the two contrasting styles play out tonight. Two young head coaches in Pay Hernandez and Levi Stewart. Of course, Levi Stewart, coach at Concrete High, and has served time at Cedroli. It's going to be a shot clock violation before being named the Mount Vernon head coach last year. He also was a student manager of the WSU team in Pullman, their basketball program there. Both schools have had a chance at an opening possession, still scoreless here early. King of the Valley shot off the mark. Burlington Edison's going to pull that down. Or they go on the counterattack. They'll try with Smith. Burlington Edison's going to settle into the offensive end. Shot clock now at 9 seconds. Tigers had a shot clock violation in their last possession. And they'll leap at the hoop that time with Brooklyn Waynans. And it's back-to-back shot clock violations for the Tigers. Still scoreless, a hockey score to start. 0-0, 6:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Saldivar Slater now and Williams are going to play pass on the breakout. Ball's turned over, dove on by Burlington Edison, and the tie-up's going to force a jump ball. It's going to be Tigers ball, 5:57 remaining. The game hasn't really found any kind of a flow, kind of choppy possessions for both teams. Burlington Edison with one foul team-wise. Waynans is going to launch for three. That rims out. Saldivar Slater trying to run it quickly. Wants to attack the left-hand side. Ball almost out of bounds. Williams there to save it. And there's another tie-up and another jump ball. 5:40 remaining in the opening quarter. Saldivar Slater, and she's pushed. A foul's called. Second team foul for Burlington Edison. Looks like Brooke Waynans is going to pick up the infraction. Saldivar Slater. They'll loop it around. There's Lavera with the attempt. We're still scoreless. Saldivar Slater tries to end the scoreless streak. It's taken the other way. Here comes Smith in transition. Is going to curl back up top and find Ray. Burlington Edison trying to set up with Waynans from the perimeter. They'll get it inside on the post to Wyman. Tried to turn and fire against Krevenik. The tallest Mount Vernon player, she's off the mark. Still scoreless almost halfway through the first. Krevenik for two, and she'll end the scoreless drought there. Mount Vernon has taken a 2-0 lead. It almost took half the quarter to do so. The kick out to Waynans. Burlington Edison trying to answer, and a foul is going to be called on the ground. Looks like it's going to go against Anaya Saldivar Slater, her first team foul. 4:31 to play. The inbound, it will be a foul on the ground, and it will be Tiger inbound. They'll go quickly to Waynans. Unlucky bounce off the rim. Here comes the Bulldogs in transition. Kim Williams launches for three. That rims out. Saldivar Slater there, the offensive rebound and the putback to give Mount Vernon a 4-0 lead. Tigers trying to answer here. They've just won twice in league play. 2-9 their league record, and it's going to be Mount Vernon basketball. Burlington Edison trying to snap a 4-game winless streak here. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon's won 3 straight. Two teams on two different paths here, but you can throw those records and streaks out the window whenever they meet in a clash for the King of the Valley. Krevenik thought about it. Now Lavera. Kim Williams wants to drive, draws a crowd with the double team. Shot clock now at 3 seconds. Williams comes up with a steal. Haley Smith. Now Waynans barreling into the lane. and they're going to say she traveled. It was offsetting calls there. The referee on the baseline had a foul. The official up top, travel, and it'll be Mount Vernon basketball. High pressure, full court press applied. Dodu's going to pass out of it. 3 ball off the mark that time. Padilla Delgado tried to let it fly. Score still 4-0. 3:05 remaining in the opening quarter between Burlington Edison and Mount Vernon. Game switches sides, and a foul is going to be called on the entry pass. It's going to be Mount Vernon's second team foul. That one off the mark. I think they're going to give it to Chloe Kervenick. Smith. Now over to Ray, the kick. They'll force it inside. Smith's off the mark. Gets a rebound back, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on the floor. Mount Vernon already with 3 team fouls. And they're going to assess that one to Kim Williams. And it's going to be Bulldogs basketball. Good crowd filing in here. Of course, the first of 2 games. The girls on tap first. And it'll be the varsity boys playing next. Williams tries to spin away from pressure. Salvar Slater with the runner into the lane. It's a 6-0 lead for Mount Vernon, when we come back here on TCSN Sports.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation.
Sahara Pizza is the hottest place in town for gourmet pizza and pasta. Choose a pizza from one of their traditional favorites like the Ultimate Sahara, Hawaiian Passion, or my favorite, the Lion's Feast. Pick one of their gourmet combinations like the Chicken Bacon Ranch or Pepperoni Popper. You can even build your own pizza. At Sahara Pizza, you'll find a scrumptious selection of pastas, salads, oven-hot grinders, mouth-watering chicken wings. Just give them a call or order online at SaharaPizza.com. Sahara Pizza, gourmet pizza and smiles delivered to you.
And welcome back. On the other side of the timeout, it will be Burlington Edison ball as they try and dig out from a 6-point deficit. They'll skip it over. Here's Maya Montiel for the 3 ball. And already has cut the lead in half with that. Bulldogs trying to run away from full court pressure. They'll get it into the front court. Delgado trying to navigate a tight defensive pressure from Waynans. It's going to be Mount Vernon inbound just outside the Tiger bench. Salvar Slater trying to run the offense. Almost taken the other way by Ray, and Slater's going to swish that 3. It's back up to a 6-point advantage. They'll go with Montiel into the lane and finds the friendly roll. Fidel Delgado given a ton of space to operate. Williams, NBA 3 on the way. There's that out. Jackie Lamb will rebound it and draw the foul in the process. going to be the 4th team foul for Mount Vernon. Coach Pay Hernandez up, thinking that might have been the 5th, of course. Each team is given 5 fouls per quarter. And, of course, 5 will put them into the bonus, and it resets. That's a rule that's in its 2nd year here in Washington High School athletics as Lamb's off the mark. Under 45 seconds to play. Both teams have an opportunity of one more possession. Padilla Delgado swirls that rather out. And here's a final look. Maybe 2. Yes, Montiel or Kaylee Smith's going to cut through the lane. "15 seconds. Mount Vernon only up by 2 here as they'll give it away. They'll say it's tipped, no backcourt violation. 5 seconds in the opening quarter. Jada Dodu trying to navigate. There's that one up and almost beat the buzzer with a 3-ball. It's Mount Vernon clean to a 2-point lead when we come back here on TCSN Sports.
At Planet Fitness, no 2 members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2.
Okay. Woo! And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
1 more? I got 5 more.
Visit your local Planet Fitness on the Cascade Mall Drive in Burlington.
Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local country store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local country store where quality, service, and community come together.
And welcome back. The start of the second period here as Lamb works it inside for 2. We're tied. Going to be Burlington Edison ball. Score is 9-9 here. Burlington Edison tied the game on the first possession of the second quarter and looking to take the lead for the first time, but it's a travel that's going to stymie that. Burlington Edison with a chance to retake the lead that was up to as many as 6 points in the opening quarter. Williams pressured, and a foul is going to be picked up on the double-team trap. And they're going to say the Lila Lowell got too much contact and earned the reach in here. Of course, team fouls reset in the second. Burlington Edison with 1. Saldivar Slater 3-ball, and it's going to be 3 free throws upcoming. So Burlington Edison already at 2 team fouls. Just around 30 seconds into the second frame. Saldivar Slater to the line. Mount Vernon retakes the lead by 2. Burlington Edison trying to answer here with Lowell. Saved and kicked back, and it's going to go out of bounds. Montiel could hustle along the baseline. Nonetheless, Bulldog basketball. Here comes Williams now trying to fight through the pressure. Ball deflected briefly by Ray, and it's going to be Mount Vernon basketball. And they're going to say a 10-second violation. Looks like they might have had a timeout called before the 10-second. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to step away and take it with you here with 7:03 remaining.
Need a boost for your business? Look no further than Icon Media. From top-notch writing services to multimedia content creation, Icon Media is here to make your brand shine. We even produce engaging podcasts that connect you with your audience on a whole new level. Whether you're looking to tell your story, grow your reach, or amplify your brand, Icon Media has you covered. Ready to get started? Email us at icon.productionsmarketing@gmail.com.
Welcome back to Burlington Edison after the timeout taken to avoid the 10-second violation. It's going to be Mount Vernon with a 3-ball that rims out. It's going to stay at 2-point differential. Lowell trying to work it around. Now Ray. They're going to try and feed the ball into Lamb. That's turned away. Lamb guarded closely by Krevenik. Lowell again trying to work against a tough defense. As they finally thread it into Lamb, draws a triple team on the collapse. Here's Smith off the mark as the shot clock expired. Coach Pay Hernandez reminding his team that you need to check the shot clock. Keep that in mind. Of course, in this gym, the shot clock is at each corner just above the doorway. Both the north and south end here at Burlington Edison High School, a school that was consolidated with Edison back in the 40s. Here's a Dodu stepping into the lane, and Lamb's going to step to the loose ball. Before the consolidation, it was the Edison High School Spark Plugs. Colors were red and black, and after they consolidated with Burlington Edison, they adopted the purple, or the blue and gold rather. So foul's going to be called. Edison High School, perhaps their most famous alum is Edward R. Murrow, kind of the patron saint of broadcasting. As Montiel steps to the line and hits her first shot. It's back to a 1-point ball game. It's going to swirl that one around and in. There's Dodu. Up to Williams. Lavera. Good move into the lane. They'll get the extra pass over to Williams. 3-ball from the corner. Rockets out. It's Ray that gets it. Long rebound. Trying to feed a good transition attempt. As Lowell's denied. Another shot block for Mount Vernon. 5:35 remaining. Score tied. It's going to be a baseline inbound. 22 left on the shot clock. But they go with Ray. Lamb gets it back out to Lowell. Lowell attacking left side and is going to draw contact. And we'll head to the line for 2. Both teams already with 2 team fouls in the second quarter. 5:24 remaining. Lowell hits the first. Padilla Delgado re-enters, replacing Krevenik. And the Tigers, with that made free throw, have retaken the lead as they look to extend it, and they'll do just that. So a 2-point lead for Burlington Edison. This game that's gotten back and forth scoring-wise after Mount Vernon jumped out to as many as a 6-point lead in the opening quarter. Good adjustments by both coaches. First-year head coach for Burlington Edison, of course, Pay Hernandez, comes over from being an assistant on head coach Jeff Dutton's staff. On the boys' side is Burlington Edison trying to turn some defense into offense. Inside to Lamb, entry pass, hanging and hits the shot. The biggest lead of the night for Burlington Edison. here at 4. And another stop here. They're going to force a turnover. And it's going to be a timeout taken by Mount Vernon with 4:40 remaining in quarter number 2 when we come back. And welcome back. Timeout on the floor. Burlington Edison has taken a 4-point advantage, forcing the timeout called by Coach Levi Stewart. And the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. Mount Vernon jumped out to a 6-point advantage here, and it's been a lot closer down the stretch here. 4:40 remaining in the first half. Game that's turning into a bit of a classic. Last season, Mount Vernon saw a 15-8 record, 9-6 for a 6th-place finish in the Northwest Conference. It was a great year for Burlington Edison, 22-5 overall, 15-2, an impressive league record here. They did depart some of their seniors, and it's a fairly young team as they're going to attack on here. It's now up to a 6-point advantage. Padilla Delgado, Ray's going to collect. The underhand feed into Smith. Smith contested through the lane and is going to make a difficult layup. Biggest lead of the night here for Burlington Edison. 3:55 rather, bit of an obstructed clock at this other end. There's Lavera, and Lavera left open, a made him pay, gets the deuce. Intercepted, here's Williams pirouetting into traffic, hacked away, and a foul is going to be called. Saldivar Slater tried to return fire. It's going to be Burlington Edison's 3rd foul of the second. Williams to inbound. Padilla Delgado left wide open, and she cashes in. It's a bank deposit for 3. There's an answer by BE. It's going to be an inbound for Mount Vernon here. 3:16 remaining in the second. Crowd filing in. A 3-ball from Lavera is off the mark. Lavera the putback. Lamb rejects it. Burlington Edison's going to skip away. Both teams trading giveaways, and they're going to say that Saldivar Slater stepped on the line. Tiger basketball. 2:58 remaining. (22-16). Burlington Edison advantage. Here's Lowell. Protects the rock, finds Lamb. Too strong off the board. They'll cut in with Montiel. And Dodu tried to settle the loose ball. Instead, it's Smith with the underhand take. Lamb the rebuttal and the basket. Lamb putting the rebound up, getting contacted in the process, and it's a chance at a 3-point play for Jackie Lamb, the 5'11" sophomore. Lamb emerging as one of the top players on a very young Burlington Edison team. Just one senior in Amelia Ray. They do have several juniors, and it's a 9-point difference. Williams up to Padilla Delgado, and she rockets home a second three. Almost intercepted in the backcourt. Here comes Burlington Edison on the counter move. Inside to Lamb. Lamb through rush hour, and she's fouled again. Lamb's going to be at the line again, already setting up a residency here with 2:10 to play. Both teams at 4 team fouls. Student section getting behind the NFC rep in the Super Bowl with their Seahawks chants. 27-19 the difference. 2:03 in the first half remains. Williams over to Lavera. Lavera, three ball, drains it from the corner pocket. Cuts it back down to a 5-point game. And a timeout's going to be called on the floor, this time by Burlington Edison with 1:40 remaining.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this, come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Visit your local Planet Fitness on the Cascade Mall Drive in Burlington.
1:48 remaining in the opening half. 5-point differential. Burlington Edison, after going down by 6 in the first quarter, has now enjoyed a lead that's been as much as 9 here in quarter number 2. They'll try and answer. Here's Ray. Ray puts it on the deck and draws contact. They're going to say it was on the ground, and it's going to get overruled. And a shot at 2 free throws coming up for Amelia Ray, the varsity team's lone senior. 5'6" senior. Not a ton of height for Burlington Edison. Of course, Jackie Lamb, their tallest at 5'11". Skylar Wyman, the second tallest player at 5'8". And then there's a whole grouping at 5'7" and 5'6". As it's a 1-for-2 performance from the line, or 0-for-2 performance from the line. It's still a 5-point game. Under 1:20 to play. Rivera knocks down another tray. Slice the lead down to 2 for the Tigers. They look to go back up, and they'll do so. It's a 5-point advantage. Under a minute to play. Padilla Delgado, Rivera again causes the flyby, is going to carry it all around the world. Thought about another corner 3 from the opposite end. Williams. Rivera had it poked away, and a foul is going to be called on the reach. The officiating crew has stayed on top of everything. Already 5 fouls for each team. Rivera to the line for 2. Comes up empty on the first. 40.4 remaining in the second quarter. First of 2 games, of course, the boys game coming up next on TCSN Sports. Eldevar Slater from the freeway knocks home the triple. .23 seconds to play in the first half. Knocked away from Lamb. Could we see a late quarter shot manufactured by Mount Vernon as it was Williams that's off the mark, tied up. And it's going to stay Mount Vernon basketball. 9 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. And another chance at a buzzer beater for the second straight quarter. Dodu had a look from 3. Instead, we'll get the ball back. Now Saldivar Slater, as time expired, gets her own rebound and the putback. And we are tied. What a run. And a comeback by Mount Vernon as we head into halftime. The score equalized. We'll be right back here on TCSN Sports and the NFHS Network. It's the King of the Valley game from BEHS.
Sahara Pizza is the hottest place in town for gourmet pizza and pasta. Choose a pizza from one of their traditional favorites like the Ultimate Sahara, Hawaiian Passion, or my favorite, the Lion's Feast. Pick one of their gourmet combinations like the Chicken Bacon Ranch or Pepperoni Popper. You can even build your own pizza. At Sahara Pizza, you'll find a scrumptious selection of pastas, salads, oven-hot grinders, mouth-watering chicken wings. Just give them a call or order online at SaharaPizza.com. Sahara Pizza, gourmet pizza and smiles delivered to you.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Visit your local Planet Fitness on the Cascade Mall Drive in Burlington.
Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local country store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local country store where quality, service, and community come together.
Need a boost for your business? Look no further than Icon Media. From top-notch writing services to multimedia content creation, Icon Media is here to make your brand shine. We even produce engaging podcasts that connect you with your audience on a whole new level. Whether you're looking to tell your story, grow your reach, or amplify your brand, Icon Media has you covered. Ready to get started? Email us at icon.productionsmarketing@gmail.com.
Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Skagit Regional Health is here to help with a free Medicare orientation. Learn about Part A and Part B. Discover the differences between Medigap, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plans, and find the right plan for your medications. Don't wait. Get prepared before your benefits begin. Sign up today at MedicareOnDemand.com or SkagitRegionalHealth.com, making Medicare simple.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
And welcome back to Burlington Edison High School. We are tied here at halftime between Burlington Edison and Mount Vernon. It's been quite the game here in the King of the Valley matchup between the Bulldogs and Tigers. We saw a big run to start the game. Really was a scoreless run, both teams 0-0 until halfway through that first. And that's when Mount Vernon took a 6-point lead. They would give up that lead in the second, and it would see Burlington Edison up by as much as 9. We're going to step away and take our second break here on TCSN Sports in the NFHS Network. More after this.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation.
Sahara Pizza is the hottest place in town for gourmet pizza and pasta. Choose a pizza from one of their traditional favorites like the Ultimate Sahara, Hawaiian Passion, or my favorite, the Lion's Feast. Pick one of their gourmet combinations like the Chicken Bacon Ranch or Pepperoni Popper. You can even build your own pizza. At Sahara Pizza, you'll find a scrumptious selection of pastas, salads, oven-hot grinders, mouth-watering chicken wings. Just give them a call or order online at SaharaPizza.com. Sahara Pizza, gourmet pizza and smiles delivered to you.
Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local country store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local country store where quality, service, and community come together.
Need a boost for your business? Look no further than Icon Media. From top-notch writing services to multimedia content creation, Icon Media is here to make your brand shine. We even produce engaging podcasts that connect you with your audience on a whole new level. Whether you're looking to tell your story, grow your reach, or amplify your brand, Icon Media has you covered. Ready to get started? Email us at icon.productionsmarketing@gmail.com.
Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Skagit Regional Health is here to help with a free Medicare orientation. Learn about Part A and Part B. Discover the differences between Medigap, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plans, and find the right plan for your medications. Don't wait. Get prepared before your benefits begin. Sign up today at MedicareOnDemand.com or SkagitRegionalHealth.com, making Medicare simple.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
And welcome back. Just about to start the second half of action between Mount Vernon and Burlington Edison High School. We are equalized heading into the third quarter. Both teams going on runs. We saw the lead change hands several times. It was as big as a 6-point lead for Mount Vernon, and Burlington Edison was able to build a 9-point advantage in the second half. We'll see what adjustments both teams made in the halftime break. I think for Burlington Edison, they need to keep trying to find it to Jackie Lamb, their big post player, number 30 down, or 33 down in the paint, and then eventually if there's a collapse and a step to her, she can be able to kick it out to one of her teammates and try and drain it for 3. For Mount Vernon, they need to keep on trying to engineer some quality shot attempts and chances. And it's all going to start from Saldivar Slater and Dodu. Their 2 vocal points offensively. We saw Krevenik and Lavera as well as Williams come alive, 2 in that first half of action. We're ready for quarter number 3. It's going to be Burlington Edison ball as they'll attack from left to right. There's Waynans. Defense collapses. They got a hand in the passing lane. Smith is going to find Waynans again, try to find Lowell, and Krevenik pushed off and drew the foul. Quickly inbound it, and they'll go back up top. Kaylee Smith now handling the offense. Roll slipped into the lane, a whistle, and we're going to have a foul against Mount Vernon. I'll say it was against Jada Dodu. So second foul for Dodu, second team for Mount Vernon in the third. 3-ball irons off. Saldivar Slater with another board. Jada Dodu now in transition. Saldivar Slater's going to pull it back and run the offense. Still scoreless here as both teams sit at 30-30 to start the second half. They're off the mark, almost on the friendly roll. Saldivar Slater follows up and cashes in. Heard the booms from the student section as it's another bomb for 3. Ray trying to answer. Guarded tightly by Dodu. Smith off the mark. Saldivar Slater is going to try and rip it away, and it's going to be a held ball. Bulldog possession. Mount Vernon retaking the lead by 3 here early in the third. 6:30 remaining. We'll see if they can add it here. Saldivar Slater is going to find Krevenik. It's going to pull it back from the wing. Williams now gets involved. Seven seconds left. Lavera, another 3. Clinks off the lip. Dodu. The follow-up 3-ball. Rennick, nice offensive board. Lavera from the other side. Almost swirled that one home, and another offensive rebound. They'll work it around back. Lavera, another 3 attempt. And they'll stop their run with that one. 4 offensive rebounds on that possession. Burlington Edison the other way. They'll leave it empty. The quarterback pass ahead. Dodu in tight. And that's great full court offense. And that's going to force a timeout from Burlington Edison. As Mount Vernon's climb back on top with 5. We're going to step away.
Sahara Pizza is the hottest place in town for gourmet pizza and pasta. Choose a pizza from one of their traditional favorites like the Ultimate Sahara, Hawaiian Passion, or my favorite, the Lion's Feast. Pick one of their gourmet combinations like the Chicken Bacon Ranch or Pepperoni Popper. You can even build your own pizza. At Sahara Pizza, you'll find a scrumptious selection of pastas, salads, oven-hot grinders, mouth-watering chicken wings. Just give them a call or order online at SaharaPizza.com. Sahara Pizza, gourmet pizza and smiles delivered to you.
Welcome back here after a timeout by Burlington Edison after a 5-0 run by Mount Vernon. It's going to be Tiger basketball. 5:28 remaining in the third quarter. Waynans trying to drive baseline and forced out of real estate, stepped in the paint on the other side of the line. It's going to be Mount Vernon basketball. Another Bulldog stop. Williams, now Dodu. Lamb's going to scramble to the loose ball. And here comes the Tigers trying to chip away. Smith, 3-ball, and she splashes that home. It's another tie. Salvar Slater fends off a two-handed shove. Lavera now looking to answer. Salvar Slater finds an opening off the drive and left that one too strong. Here's Ray working off the screen. Is going to find Smith in the corner. Smith cutting towards the basket, and a foul is called. 2 shots upcoming. We're going to say it's Krevenik. That's the 4th foul for Chloe. Already Mount Vernon 3 team fouls. Burlington Edison 0 here in quarter number 3. Coach Stewart wanted a discussion with the official. And Smith knocks home her first. Burlington Edison's retaken the lead here by 1. With 4:20 remaining. Dodu. Rivera. Flanks away, and a foul is going to be called on Lamb as Salvar Slater came down with the board. Substitutions on for the Dogs. It's going to be Padilla Delgado back into the game. Dodu trying to beat the 5 seconds. Finds Krevenik, left that one too strong. Here's Montiel. Waynans wants to go to work. Montiel thought about it, finds Lamb into the paint. Lamb puts a post move on, ends up off the iron. And it's going to be Mount Vernon ball. Another defensive stop for the Dogs as they try and build on a 1-point lead. Salvar Slater. Vanek, mid-range jumper. Long 2 is off. Waynans comes crashing in, and they're going to say she walked with it. Still a 1-point game. Mount Vernon narrowly in the lead. 3:15 remaining in the third. Krevenik is hacked. Jackie Lamb came over with a big swat, got too much contact. And they're actually going to say that it was Kaylee Smith picking up her second foul. Second team foul for Burlington Edison. Chloe to the line. And goes 2 for 2. It's a 3-point advantage. Substitutions on here. Lavera back in. 3:10 remaining in the third. A game that's been quite exciting, quite low scoring. 37-34 between the two sides. Both teams exchanging runs and leads. Crowd wanted a call on that. Instead, Smith feeds it to Lamb. Lamb, the turnaround. Too strong. Waynan's an offensive board and is fouled on the putback. 2 shots upcoming. Williams picking up her fourth team for the Bulldogs. Comes up empty on the first as Waynans. Brooke Waynans, 5'9", a junior. He was a member of the state-bound volleyball team a couple years ago that represented Burlington Edison in the Northwest Conference, one of the NWC teams playing in Yakima. Of course, the historic Sun Dome, and they're going to say back up over the line. There's Padilla Delgado knocking home the 3. Back up to a 5-point advantage. Waynans trying to shake off close pressure, and she's going to throw it right to Dodu. Salavar Slater, one more over to Dodu, off the mark. Slater there, another board. Williams the huck. And it's Lamb that has it poked away briefly. The volleyball set back in bounds, and it's going to go the other way. And welcome back. Joining me on color commentary is Adam Roberts ahead of he'll be on the whole boys game and has arrived to bring us some insight here in the second half.
I was hoping for some insight from you. I just got here.
Well, we've seen a game that's most definitely traded leads. It was 0-0 the first 4 minutes of the game. Mount Vernon striking first. They took a 6-point lead, and then in the second, it was all Burlington Edison jumping out to a 9-point advantage. And we've been trading back and forth ever since here. At the end of the second, some foul trouble for Mount Vernon here. Couple players with 3 and 4 fouls. As here's Dodu for 3. As Lamb secures.
Oh, I just got here. Oh, steal by Mount Vernon in the backcourt.
Dodu, and Dodu's fouled. Becky Lamb got a wing in. And that's a big foul, her third. And that's going to send Dodu to the line.
So just walking in here, it just feels different. You get Mount Vernon and Burlington together, and something feels a little different. The court's a little shinier. And there's just like a little bit more in the crowd, a little bit more energy.
It's definitely kind of that big fight atmosphere that we've had, electric, and It took a while for the other side to fill up. Mount Vernon's been here early.
Yeah,
I think I got here around 5, and there's already people staking out their spots.
Yeah, I haven't seen Mount Vernon's crowd like this in a long time. But what, 30 seconds left here? Mount Vernon's got a 4-point lead.
There's Waynans. Wants to go right-hand side, had it knocked away, and throws her right back to Solivar Slater. 20 seconds remaining in the third. Mount Vernon trying to add to their lead.
I'm kind of guessing a lot right now, but I feel like Burlington graduated a lot of good players last year.
Yeah, they did. They lost only 2 times in league play. 15-2. It was an impressive record. And Mount Vernon's going to head to the fourth quarter with the lead. We're going to step away with you. We'll be right back for quarter number 4 after this.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation.
And welcome back. Quarter number 4. Mount Vernon in the lead here. They'll try and hold it, but we'll see if Burlington Edison can make a late game rally. We're talking during the break, just kind of the different builds of each team. Of course, Burlington Edison not super tall. Jackie Lamb, their tallest at 5'10". A bit more height for these Mount Vernon Bulldogs.
Yeah, I saw Burlington play last year. Obviously, they've been good for the last few years on the girls' side. They've always been very tall. They seem like they don't have the height that they used to, but Mount Vernon, I feel like, they're kind of relying on the 3-point, and they're young.
Padillo Delgado off the mark. They'll try and find Lamb, and it's a nice bounce pass save that's going to find Lavera in transition. Though something that we saw when Burlington Edison, Adam, went on their run is they kept getting rebounds as Kim Williams knocks through that one. They kept rebounding Mount Vernon's 3-ball and misses, and then kept feeding it inside. And they're going to say an over and back here.
That's a tough call. They might talk about that, because I don't know if there was possession before the ball crossed the line. Obviously, the Mount Vernon fans don't agree, but, well, we don't have replay at this level, so we're just going to go with what the stripes say.
Well, it's probably a good thing, because college and NBA, the last, especially fourth quarter, takes as long as the entire game.
Yeah,
with
that would have taken 12 minutes to establish possession. Yeah.
And we've seen replay make its way into the community college level. That's the lowest that it's gone down. As here's Lavera. Could be a matter of time, who knows? But it would be tough, because it's only a 1-camera feed.
Yeah,
for most of these games.
It's a big ask technology-wise for a community college that
we don't have the 6-camera angles. As Dogu is blocked by Lamb. Kim Williams catches an elbow up high. Here comes Waynitz crashing in. And here's a foul at the other end.
What a good atmosphere.
Absolutely, yeah. Both student sections going to war.
Yeah.
Saw a very focused boys team pregame. And that should be quite the game as well.
Well, again, just jumping in, you know. Burlington's got a 6-point deficit now. There's no time to panic on either side. For Mount Vernon, they're gonna try and bleed the clock and get good shots. Burlington wants turnovers and put as much pressure on as you can. How much are they gonna press? I think is kind of an interesting thought.
Well, and we've seen kind of the speed and then the ability to kind of quarterback a ball down to the other end that's kind of beat some of that Burlington Edison press.
Oh, really?
Because they have Slater and Dodu that can both huck it full court almost. As that's going to be taken the other way by Ray, the lone senior.
There's a turnover.
Almost another one. We've seen both teams trade turnovers. As Ray cutting inside, left that one off, and that's a nice rebound. Lavera over to Jackie Lamb.
They're going to try to use as much of the clock as they can right here. They'll still get a good shot, but turnover.
There's Waynans, pursued closely, and Waynans blows the layup.
Yeah, kind of that in-between defense on the fast break right there. Whether they're going to contest or whether they're just going to do nothing. She did a good job of doing nothing but still being in her way and got the layup kind of be.
There's Williams, 3-ball, rattles off, and Lamb doesn't even have to jump for that one. She's always a player that finds herself in the right place, the right time on the glass as they try and answer with an underhand feed by Lowell. Montiel is going to give it back to Lowell. Montiel, 3-ball, off iron. And Dodu is going to secure.
Yeah, the game's still the same as 20, 30, 40 years ago. You got to play hard, rebound, take care of the basketball.
I think the only thing that's changed is the three-point line, right?
Yeah.
Remember the and then the key's gotten several different shapes.
Right.
It's going to be a full timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with you here on TCSN Sports with 4:23 remaining.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation. Looking for everything you need for your farm, pet, and home? Come to your local country store. Our friendly expert staff is ready to help you tackle any project, big or small. From feed and seed to fencing, hardware, and propane, we carry only the highest quality products. We're proud to serve our neighbors and support our community every day. Stop by your local country store where quality, service, and community come together.
4:10. Welcome back. 4:10 remaining in the game. It was a tough possession that led to an air ball by Mount Vernon to try and still close out this game. 44-38 the spread. Saldivar Slater's going to command the loose ball.
There might be a Mount Vernon player that is glad that wasn't televised. Good wide open shot for them out of bounds on the baseline, and it's like too good of a shot sometimes.
Here's Padilla. Delgado, she knocks it home. It's a corner pocket deep 2, says the official.
Yeah. 8-point game. Mount Vernon's extending the lead.
Saldivar Slater tried to poke it away, and the foul is called.
Yeah, you can live with that a little bit. That was an aggressive. She had a chance at that. And kind of a 50-50 whistle.
3:25 remaining. The student section. I don't know if we can fit any more up here as Lamb attacks the rack. Almost had a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Instead, it will be 2 for the sophomore.
Yeah, I feel like Burlington's going in the right direction, but Mount Vernon keeps that kind of 6 to 8 point lead. The good thing for Burlington is they've got that foul count going in their favor. Burlington's got 0 and Mount Vernon's got 3 against them, and in the last few minutes when it comes to two-shot fouls.
We did see that in the third too, where it was 3 or 4, and then Burlington Edison would commit almost 4 unanswered to catch right back up.
I think next year I'll be used to that foul rule.
And it's the second year, so I think all of us are trying to settle into that rule change. Here's Dodu off the feed.
Good cut, good entry pass, good finish. Yeah, she got a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way here. That'd be a 9-point lead if she makes this.
Jay Dodu really came alive last year and led the team in several categories. She comes up with a steal there, and it's a layup for 2. It's up to a 10-point advantage.
Yeah, I like her. She plays fearless. Fun to watch her play.
With 2:58 remaining, we're going to step away. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back on TCSN Sports.
Need a boost for your business? Look no further than Icon Media. From top-notch writing services to multimedia content creation, Icon Media is here to make your brand shine. We even produce engaging podcasts that connect you with your audience on a whole new level. Whether you're looking to tell your story, grow your reach, or amplify your brand, Icon Media has you covered. Ready to get started? Email us at icon.productionsmarketing@gmail.com.
And welcome back. It's a 10-point ball game. Mount Vernon, one of their largest leads of the night. It surpasses Burlington Edison's 9-point lead in the third. And with under 3 minutes to play, it's going to be quite the finish. You would expect nothing less. King of the Valley.
No, when I walked in the middle of the third quarter, it was a 4 to 6 point game. But slowly, surely, Mount Vernon's taking advantage.
We've seen the Seahawk chants all game from the Mount Vernon student section.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
And again, it's 2 very contrasting styles from the student sections. 2 different apparel choices. As there's a foul on Williams, already her 4th, and that's the 4th Mount Vernon team foul. We'll see how that impacts things coming down the stretch. 2:40 to play.
Yeah, and you're aware of the fouls as a player and as a coach. You're kind of dictates how aggressive you can be on defense. It's, they could kind of put themselves in a hole a little bit, but they do have a 10-point lead to work with. There she is again.
There's Dodu. Loses a shoe in the process and gets it to go. Calls for an equipment timeout to put the shoe back on. What a play.
I didn't even notice that. She got the ball and lost her shoe at the same time.
I believe she and there's someone else that are both wearing, she and Kim Williams both wearing the John Morants. Good advertisement for Nike there.
Yeah, a lot of pink and turquoise out there on this with the shoe game.
It's always been cool to see that personality. Burlington Edison, a very uniform, all pink look. As Ray's fouled on the way. It's a 12-point lead for Mount Vernon, but a chance to bring it back within 2.
And the guys wear pink. And they have 2 different colored shoes sometimes.
Yeah, I saw Evan Vinyl with the patented black and white.
When I was in high school, we all had team shoes. They were the Kobe Bryants. They were cool though.
That's a good one. Well, for a long time, the NBA, you had to wear darker black shoes as the road team in the road colors, white and team color shoes as the home team. And since they got rid of that rule probably 5 years ago, it's found its way down to the high school level because now you see the bright orange and green and everything else. Here's Smith, and Smith rattles that home. I think the winner of the shoe contest, though, is they'll find Padilla Delgado on the outlet, and she's fouled. I think the winner of the shoe contest is one of the assistants for Mount Vernon is wearing the Iverson questions. Remember those? From the late 90s?
Oh, yeah.
It's a fave.
Yep, they had the little honeycomb.
They did, yeah.
On the bottom.
So you have the questions, and then he went to the answers with the zip-ups.
Yeah.
And he had the answers the rest of his career. Yeah.
Well, I did have the questions.
Questions were great. You could either get them with the red toe, black toe, or blue. And we're back to a
couple colors. They were so comfortable.
Very.
Yeah, Burlington's got to be in a frenzy right now to score some points.
And they'll have to make up a 10-point differential under 140 to play. And it's going to start there.
They're going to need to start fouling. Now's when you want those fouls to kind of get up there.
Mount Vernon with 5 fouls. Tigers with just 2, as you mentioned, Adam.
Oh.
And a timeout's going to be called. We're going to step away with you. 1:23 to play in the King of the Valley Girls Edition when we come back.
Sometimes in the game of life, you are thrown a curveball. If you get hurt at work, it's good to know a professional. The law office of Dale Wagner in Stanwood are the professionals to call when you need help. The law office of Dale Wagner is skilled at evaluating and managing workers' compensation claims. They help those who have been injured cut through complex injury and disability and claim-related matters. When life throws you a curveball, contact the law office of Dale Wagner at dalewagnerlaw.com for a free consultation.
And we're back with 1:23 remaining. 53-45, Mount Vernon in the lead. Burlington Edison hoping to make a big run late in the game.
Anything's possible. Mount Vernon just called a timeout. I think the coach might have saved one of his players from the travel with a good, well-timed timeout call. But Burlington's going to need to be aggressive right here and try to get their fouls up. Pretty soon they're going to have to get 3 more fouls to put Mount Vernon at the line and make them shoot free throws.
They have a couple players in foul trouble, and there's a quick foul.
Yeah, there you go. It's either ball or foul. Turnover or foul.
So we'll have a redo on the baseline inbound. They'll get it quickly, Rivera.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's going to be in no hurry. They're going to use the whole shot clock. And again, I'm surprised Burlington's not going, yeah. You don't want to foul the shooter, but you can foul them before the shot.
Great defense at the other end. Dodu again involved. Still a 10-point game, under 1 minute to play.
She's a good player.
And Smith goes to the bench shaken up. Going to go down and immediately go to the trainer's station down there at the end of the bench. And it's still a 10-point game, 59 seconds remaining. Reggie Miller time.
Yeah, gosh. Turn and shoot.
We'll get it quickly with Ray into Lamb, and Lamb's tied up. That's Kim Williams with the foul, and that might be her 5th. That is the 5th and final for Williams. Substitution oncoming.
Well, could have been a jump ball, but of course, when you jump over somebody's shoulder, it's usually going to be a foul.
Bonus territory, and that's going to send Lamb to the line. Keep in mind, boys game coming up right after this one. As Lamb goes 2 for 2.
So how's the standings looking for the girls?
They are, I believe, Burlington Edison is in 14th in the Northwest Conference.
Okay.
Mount Vernon is 8th or 9th. I'll have to look at my notes here. But 9 and 7, and then it's weird because the Northwest Conference goes 1 through 3A, you know, and then they're all split for districts. So both teams could have a shot at a run at the postseason.
Oh, good ball movement.
Saldivar Slater goes to the ground, draws the foul, and that's going to go against their big, Jackie Lamb.
Everybody kept moving right there, and they found a little backdoor cutter. And it doesn't feel so bad when you're on your way to the line. If you get swatted, it's not as good of a feeling.
Especially if you're leading your rivals here.
That's right. Should feel good about that.
Skagit River rivalry.
What's the official name? The program here says King of the Valley.
Yeah, the program lists King of the Valley, but I always thought it was just Battle of the Bridge basketball. We'll have to find out. Maybe Jeff Rex on Media Row to our left with Caps KBRC can tell us, as there's Williams with the turnaround. Lavera. They'll go back again, and that's going to be the last play of the game. Mount Vernon here walking it off with a 57-49 victory. Adam, as we close out this game, any final thoughts?
I'm just happy for both teams to play in a gym like this with the energy like it is. There's a lot of energy going on. These girls should be proud.
57-49 victory for Mount Vernon here. We got the boys game coming up next here on TCSN Sports and the NFHS Network. We're going to close down and bring you that.